Someone commented on my YouTube yesterday that psychology is contradictive of Christianity or Jesus, and I just want to first and foremost say no. Jesus made the mind, and psychology studies why it works the way it works. It studies his creation. I wanted to start the video off with that because many of my followers obviously know that I'm Christian, but also a lot of you guys know my interest in psychology and my interest in understanding and studying why the brain works the way that it does. A few months ago, I discovered this term or this idea that people can knowledge hoard without actually implementing. And that's me. Yeah, that's really, really me. And so I decided that as I learned more about psychology, I wanted to not only learn it, but then implement it and utilize these theories in my everyday life so I could feel better about myself, be better in relationships, be better in my business, and just be a better person overall. That is halfway why I decided to launch my podcast and start the business that I'm starting, and why I began to research and I stopped getting mentorships and I stopped doing all of these things because I felt like I was paying for mentorships, I was paying for all of these ideas, and I was learning so much, but then I kept relearning, and I felt like none of the mentorships were working. And it was really just because I love learning, but I was unable to implement anything that I learned. Essentially, my reason for beginning to post about psychology and the kind of cognitive overload topics that I've been talking about is because that was me. I literally had continuous delayed execution, and it was just disguised as personal development and business growth. In other words, passive action. I'm the first one to say I am a little bit of a know-it-all, but only because I like to know it all. But that ended up hurting me because I realized I had this process in my brain that was saying if I don't know everything absolutely perfect, then I can't start anything. That was literally just a fear response telling me that I wasn't good enough to be where other people were because I didn't know absolutely everything. I was literally cutting myself short. So here is to me telling all of you guys, if you feel like you know so much, but then you continue to not execute on any of these topics that you feel knowledge in, you don't need to know more. You just need to execute more. And you need to stop being afraid and get rid of your fear response in your brain that's telling you to be scared or that you can't do it or you're going to be judged. Because the truth is, you never know until you start. And yeah, that's why psychology is so important, because once you understand your brain, you can fix the things that it keeps telling you to do. Because even though the brain is really smart, another crazy thing is it can also be wrong. I just called myself out, so hope you enjoyed it.